Hello, welcome to PUTINWORKTV.
What's up?
We've enjoyed watching your journey as an artist slash creator in the New English scene. Our focus here is allowing our guests to tell their story front and center without judgment or opinion. So let's dive straight the fuck in. What's your name? What do you do? And welcome to PUTINWORKTV.
Thank you. What's up? My name is Qween Ali. I'm a rapper. I'm an artist. I host also. You feel me? But yeah, mostly I just make music 24/7.
So how did that begin, Queen Ali? You making music, and just that name itself is a very powerful name. You hear Queen, and you think of somebody who's put together, somebody who's achieved a lot, somebody who's a leader. And you hear Ali, you hear of the political progression and not going to the army and being the most famous boxer of all time. So
Yeah.
those two together are very powerful names. How did it all begin?
So basically, I used to write poetry a minute ago.
How old
I
were
was born
you?
and raised in I was born and raised in Jersey.
Okay.
So I was born and raised in Orange, and I grew up with like my siblings and my cousin and stuff. And around the time we was growing up, we didn't really have much to do. You feel me? Like being little kids or whatever. So we used to back at the time we had the iPods. We used to play the song off YouTube and then rap over the iPod and stuff. You feel me? So they kind of like dibble dabbled into that. But my family wasn't, I'm Haitian, so Haitian.
I
So,
see.
you feel me? Yeah. So my mom, like when she heard us like making music and shit, the family shit, they basically was just like music ain't, what I'm saying, like the way. You feel me? In a way, like they was just like all these rappers and stuff you see on TV, like that's not it. That's just like kind of like a facade or whatever. So they was big on like me like going to college and like all that extra stuff. So I used to write poetry. And one time I was hanging with a friend or whatever, and he read my what I was writing, and he was like, you can rap, and he's from Atlanta, so I was like, me? And he's like, yeah, like have you rapped it? And I'm like, nah, and he like rapped it out loud for me, and like that was kind of the moment where I'm just like, oh shit,
I can do this.
yeah, I've been doing it. You feel me? Like I've been writing it for a minute. So he took me to the studio, and then I kind of made my first song, Cap It.
How old were you when you started writing poetry?
Um, let's see. I was around like I want to say like 10, 11. You feel me? Yeah, I was writing around 10, 11. And then when we moved out here, around the time 106 in Park was out, that's when I was like really like into it. I love the countdowns. So like I used to like always guess the countdowns when 106 in Park came on. But yeah, so that's kind of how I.
What was it like growing up in Jersey? You never really hear people are from Jersey, and when you do hear about Jersey, you always hear negative things. So I'd like to hear a
Yeah.
different perspective.
I mean, I was born and raised in Newark.
Oh,
And well, born in Newark, raised in Orange. And at the time, like it was kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like at the
what
time,
was crazy about it?
like I was introduced to like seeing like drugs at a really early age. You feel me? Like the hallways was just like space where like you could see dealers and shit like just, you know what I'm saying, doing what they do. So I feel like I experienced a lot of things like way earlier. See a lot of shit way earlier. My cousins and stuff like getting into fights and all that in school. So I'm out of all my I have on my mom's side I have two brothers, and the rest of my cousins are all boys, and I only have one other girl cousin. So you feel me? Like I was just raised with like, oh yeah, I was just raised with all boys. So I was a little tomboyish. No, I was seeing shit
Most definitely.
differently at the time. But Jersey ain't. I think maybe now Jersey's maybe a little better, but before Jersey's hard.
Well, Jersey was Jersey.
Jersey's hard. I'm telling you, Jersey's hard.
So, how did music come into your life and show you a different path? Because you were seeing things like drug dealings early and fights and things like that. What kept you away from that? How did music alter and impact your life so much to the point where you wanted to make it your focus and not listen to the noise where everybody else is trying to influence you to live your life in a way that they feel comfortable you living?
Yeah. Honestly, like growing up, I went through a lot of shit. Like being Haitian, they want you to grow up a certain way, like go to nursing school or you know what I'm saying. Like they want you to do all that and like creating your own path, and their mindset ain't it because they think that they're the parents and like they know what's best for you. So my biggest struggle growing up was like I grew up on my mom's side with my brothers and stuff. But my dad's side, my dad grew up in my dad was in Brooklyn, so I had on my dad's side, I'm the last out of 9, so he already raised, you know what I'm saying, all them kids and stuff. So when I was with my dad, he kind of gave me that sense of freedom. You feel me? Like that I didn't really have on my mom's side, and that freedom kind of allowed me to like be myself a little bit more, because of my mom's side, I was just more like
Control.
yeah, more control, more quiet. You feel me? And when I started going to Brooklyn and I came back to Boston, you know what I'm saying?
It was already changed by then.
I was just like, no, I'm wilding out. Like, I'm going outside. Like, you feel me? Like, it was just different for me. And now, me, because I have a child now. I have a 6-year-old. So now, being a mom, I get certain things that my mama was saying. But, you feel me? At the time, I was wilding out and I felt like nothing made sense but for me to write. You feel me? Like, I wrote my feelings down a lot. Like, during that time, like, I was in and out of foster care, too. You feel me? Like, I kind of taught myself how to grow up. You feel me? And seeing a lot of shit from Jersey to moving out here, growing up, too, dealing with a lot of racism. My mom moved to Weymouth. Out of all places. You know what I'm saying? She moved to Weymouth. So, like, going to, all right, like, I dealt with, like, so much shit that, like, you feel me? Like, only thing I had, only thing I had was to write. And when music played a part into it, like, I feel like music always kind of played a part in my life, but, like, I just never kind of, like, dabbled into it. You feel me? When I feel like when I really, really got into it is when that moment hit. And, that first studio, I'm telling you, that first studio session is when that moment really hit me. Like, I could do this, like this.
Changed everything.
Yeah, like, it makes sense to me.
So how that spill into your music? Like, you know, what does your discography look like? You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody wants to go to Qween Ali, like, can they expect like turn vibes? Are they chill? Or are they feeling the melancholy? Are they feeling the sorrow or the pain that you had in your raps and your poems? Like, when you wrote them and you released them, what can people expect from your music?
From my music, you could definitely expect, like, I'm very versatile. You feel me? I have this side of me. I call it Sweet Savage.
That's the alter ego, Sweet Savage.
Sweet Savage. There's Qween and there's Ali. And to go back to how you were saying there's the both powerful names, Qween came from, I always, my mama, like, always told me to hold myself till I started standing up being a queen. You feel me? And I just spelled it different. I spelled it with a W because we're all winners out here. Like, that's how I look at it. You feel me? So, like,
it was your own little twist on it.
My own little twist to it. So that's kind of where Qween came. So it's spelled Qween. And then Ali kind of came on after. Ali was kind of, because Qween, I was just writing, like, what I've been through, you know what I'm saying? Pain music, like, you feel me? And then when Ali came into it, it's more when I found my voice. Because when I was making music at first, I was kind of writing, like, a lot of things that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I made music and I knew that I had it, I wasn't really thinking about how I can use my music to kind of speak to a lot of people. I was just kind of just making music, whatever sounded good, you feel me? So when it got to a point where I was just like, yo, like, I can kind of show people 2 different sides. And one side being Qween, you'll hear that painful music, you feel me? Like, you'll hear most of what I go through. And then for Ali, you hear that savage side. We gonna hear, like, the upbeat music and all. I'm still talking my shit. You feel me? Like, I'm always talking my shit. But, yeah, you hear 2 different sides. I'm very versatile. Like, I love to try new things. I feel like I can't put myself in a box. Me, personally, I don't really rap about a lot of this shit, like the drugs and, like, the you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really rap about a lot of that shit. I mean, if it's something personal to me or whatever, I could rap about it. But, like, I feel like that was an early part of my life in Jersey. So, like, I kind of rap about the shit, like what I'm doing now, because it makes sense.
It's more relatable, too.
Way more relatable.
Because when people feel you, they're like, damn, like, she's saying something that, you know, could only be put in a song if it really happened. Because the way it was described. So, what do you try to give your audience with your music? Do you want them to feel how you felt in that exact moment? Do you want to transfer and pass through you and your music a feeling? Is there something you want to enlighten your audience and your supporters on so that they understand you better? Are they diving into your psyche when they hear your music and hearing, this is what made her and this is how her mind works? Even if she's a personality making music and out here, like I can understand her too.
Yeah.
So like, what do you want to? What do you give them?
I feel like I'm giving them like me, like I'm stating that I'm human, just like everybody else out here. You feel me? Like biggest thing for me like now is mental health. So I feel like when I'm writing and when I'm rapping, like you feel me? Like I'm saying shit that, like you said, it's relatable. Like I'm trying to explain it in a way where I don't even know how to put it. um, I'm just trying to put it in a way where it's just like you're not alone. You feel me? Like you're just not alone in this world.
Like you're not suffering alone in this experience
Yeah,
of
and
life.
like I've been through it. Like, and my music is not for a lot of people. I say that all the time. You feel me? And I feel like sometimes it may not be for that person because they haven't gone through it. But the people that I do speak to, like the people that like do listen to my music, like I'm telling you, like you listen to what I say because it's real life shit, like relationships, friendships, family shit, ups and downs. Like you hear all that in my music.
And how did that lead to you creating? Like, what's your process of creating? What do you have to do, or what are the things you need around you in your environment to create? And also, what did you learn about yourself by finding your creative process?
Um.
So first, the process, and then secondly, what'd you learn about yourself?
The process to me is easy. My headphones. I always gotta have my. Everybody knows.
Just leave me alone.
See me, my headphones are here. I always have my headphones. Honestly, like my process, I have my headphones. I go through beat packs, and whatever like beat speaks to me, like it speaks to me. I don't really have to have much. Like before, I used to make a lot of music, like in the crib or whatever. Now I feel like I put myself like I hold myself to a different standard where I'm just telling myself all the time like no, be in the studio. You feel me? Like even if you're just sitting there, you're not making music. Like sit there and write because there could be so many distractions at home sometimes. You feel me? So being in the studio and being around other people too that you feel me are doing the same thing that I'm doing is just kind of like changing your surroundings. So I put myself in a better surrounding. Got my beat on, listen to my beat packs, and whatever ride the wave.
And what motivates you the most? What's the driving force behind your inspiration and your determination to keep going? Mm. You just want to provide the best life you can for them.
Yeah. It's a tough world. No cap. It is a tough world, and I went through that shit. So I feel like I'm just trying to show my kid that you could have a voice. Because growing up, I feel like I didn't have one, and now that I do, I'm gonna use that shit to the best of my ability.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So for her, I feel like I just need to show her like you could do it. You feel me? Like chasing my dreams.
Like you're capable of doing this.
Because hearing all my life, it was just like this is not it. This is your path. You feel me? Like a lot of people don't know, I went to culinary school. That was my path. Was to be a chef, y'all. Yeah. So and then I looked up how much a sous chef makes a year out here, and I think it was like 56,000 a year, whatever. And I'm like, it's not enough for me.
Mm-hmm. You wanted more from life.
Yeah, I do. And right now, even if it is investing in myself, because being an artist, entrepreneur, whatever you're doing, you're investing in yourself. And even if it takes me like investing in myself and like working hard, like I know something good's gonna come out of it.
What do you wish you would have known? Like, if somebody could have pulled you aside, like, yo, Qween, you gotta know this. Like, before you record, make sure you got the engineer, you got his beat ready. You walk in the studio, be prepared. Or make sure if you're gonna drop music, have a rollout, market it. Okay, then when you drop it, get a visual, get some video. Or so, what are 3 things? If you can name 3 things you wish you would have known before you started, and that would have helped you better prepare as an artist in this journey. What do you wish you would have known if it was 3 things?
The business side of it.
The business side, a lot. Very important. A lot
with the business side. I guess I wish I would have known that in a way it was okay to explore your sound, because I feel like at the time I was put in a box, and the people that I had surrounded around me wanted to put me in this box, and I feel like it's always like following the new trend or the new sound. You feel me in a way? So like I feel like early on, like if I had somebody around me that kind of did the same thing as me and was just like, yo, like don't listen to what the fuck these motherfuckers is saying, like explore your shit.
Just be original.
You feel me? Then I feel like right now in the position that I'm at, I feel like I don't know, maybe I could have found my sound, maybe I could have found plenty different sounds that work for me. You feel me? But I feel like a lot of time was taken. You feel me? From that, without knowing that, I learned that over time. So.
And what's the last thing,
cool.
most important thing?
That's a very good question. You hit me hard. You came crazy. Wow.
That's what we do at PUTINWORKTV.
Yes, you guys. Damn. I can't leave without answering.
Yeah, you can't.
Answer that question. All right, ask it again.
Okay. What is something you wish you would have known before Queen Ali started her journey as an artist? Something you wish somebody would have pulled you aside and warned you about or prepared you for to better improve your time as an artist up to this point?
Being on stage.
Okay, how much of it? Crowd control?
Yo, crowd control and all of that, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. I was such a shy person. I am still a little bit. Sometimes I am. But to get on stage, like, it's nerve-wracking. Like, you gonna feel the anxiety sometimes. Sometimes people can get up there and just, like, say, fuck it. But, like, my first time, like, really going up on the stage, I was just like, there's so many people staring at me, these lights and shit. Like, am I gonna fuck up on my words? You feel me? And I learned to just steer straight. You feel me? Like, unless I'm going up to somebody and, like, really interacting with the crowd in the moment, I just, that keeps me in my zone.
Stand straight.
Yeah.
But
look straight.
Look straight.
Yeah, I'm moving, but I'm still looking. I'm looking beyond the crowd. You feel me? But when if there's an interactive part of the song, like I want the crowd interacting.
You gonna look at them?
I'm gonna look at them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, when I feel like, you know what I'm saying, my anxiety or whatever could get the best of me, because it's a lot. Sometimes it's really overwhelming. So like when I feel like it's getting there, I just look straight. I'm still doing me. I'm looking straight, and that's my focus right there.
Definitely.
And you feel me, to wheel myself back in. So. Yeah, I wish somebody prepared me for that because.
Yeah, that must be so crazy. Like when you think about it, an artist going on tour and he's in a stadium and there's 50,000 people watching you.
You don't
like,
know what's gonna go on.
Know what I'm saying?
I can't wait till I get to that point. But you feel me? I'm like, I can't wait. But
and guess what? Everybody got a camera out too.
Yeah.
Like everyone's leaving with a different caption and tagging and saying something different, and then they're gonna leave like I was just at this concert. Like it's really crazy. How does your personal life and your creative process interfere? You mentioned you had a kid, so being a mother must be the hardest job in the world, and then also having to be an artist. So how does your creative process and your personal life interfere?
I think now it's really more with me just like it's just
time management.
Yeah. Being a full-time mom is not easy.
Most definitely.
I always say there's no way you could prepare to have a child, because at the end of the day, you can prepare yourself as many times you want. You can watch videos, like, until the real deal's right there in front of you.
You don't know shit.
I'm still a first-time mom. Every year is new. You feel me? So now I just kind of put myself on a schedule in a way, and sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes I may have to cancel things. Sometimes I'm not able to go out as much or, do what I'm able to do. But I have support. Especially with my mom and stuff. So I feel like now it's better, but before she was always with me. I took her to studio sessions and all that. Yeah.
That's amazing. I think when she grows up, she's gonna look back in them times her mom was really grinding because that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
So you play a beat and sis is going in.
So she's the daughter of Queen Ali for a reason.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I call it symphony for a reason. I didn't even know.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
So what do you enjoy the most about music? Like that part you look forward to? Is it getting that song done and seeing people get turned, or is it having somebody genuinely tell you what it is about your music and what it does for them, or is it just that sense of accomplishment knowing you've been through so much and you can sit down and record and get somebody to mix and master, have somebody engineer, write a verse, a hook, create a story, put the song out, successfully shoot a video, and you did it all.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what's the best part for you?
Exactly what you just said.
Okay.
Everything. All of it. All of it. The whole creative process. Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm going to feel accomplished. You feel me? Because I think it was hard for a lot of people with setting, like, goals for themselves and actually achieving them. You feel me? So, I feel like a lot of people set big goals for themselves. And the small goals is going to lead you to the bigger goals. You feel me? So, you start off small steps. So, to me, writing a song, small step. Recording it, small step. You feel me? Until it's leading to music videos and all that. Okay, that's a little bigger step. You feel me? Like I'm getting there.
It's a staircase to success.
It's a staircase. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So that's how I look at it. Because if I kind of make everything a big goal or a big, you feel me? Like I'm gonna overwhelm myself. So I start slow. Mm-hmm. And the whole process is I love being motivated. I feel like music motivates me. Hearing my own self motivates me.
Yeah, definitely.
Like after recording and I'm in that room like, oh shit.
This what I sound like.
You feel me? Yeah. Cause when I'm in the car and rapping, it sounds different when you go in the booth for real. Like when I go in the booth and I rapping, I'm just like, damn, okay, that sounded how I wanted to sound like, but let me just switch this up a little bit. You feel me? Like that's my process. You feel me? That's the way it goes. But the whole thing, like patience. That the biggest thing I learned honestly throughout being an artist is patience.
So what would you tell somebody who's looking to get to where you're at, to the point where, you know, they can juggle being a mother and an artist, or they've gone to the point where they've gone through so much in life, but they're still able to push? What are you gonna tell somebody who's looking at this like, damn, you know, she has a lot of responsibilities and she's still able to do this? Like, how can they look at you as a model? You know, what would you tell them so they can better prepare if they have a lot going on in their life, you know, to get to a point where they can consistently drop music and they can be active, engaged, and network, and they can use time management to their advantage, you know? So somebody looking at this being motivated by Qween Ali, who feels empowered, what can they learn from you today to better prepare themselves?
I'm gonna tell you now, don't give up. Keep going. Make sure that one, you set goals for yourself. Find your motivation. Pray. A lot of people don't pray.
Yeah.
A lot of people take, you know,
things for granted.
Take a lot of things for granted. Honestly, I'm gonna let y'all know, like, the biggest thing that's been on my mind, like, over and over and over again is not giving up. Because I'm telling you, the devil is in your ear.
It's in the lies too. Yeah, it's in the lies you tell yourself.
And surround yourself with amazing people that believe in you. You feel me? I was around a lot of people, not saying they didn't believe in me, but didn't support me. You feel me? So I kind of just changed my surroundings. It's gonna be hard. This shit's not gonna be easy, especially being a mom too, or doing anything and trying to juggle like whatever. That shit's not gonna be easy, but keep yourself around good supportive people.
Most def. You gotta have the good environment, like, you know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Cause
it takes a village. I ain't gonna lie.
It takes a village for real. Cause imagine you working and there is nobody that can give you constructive criticism, tell you when you did good, somebody that can give you some type of validation, affirmation, or even they might not have to validate you. They could just bring opportunities for you, or they could tell you how to better work your art so everybody else can enjoy it. Like, sometimes you really do need at least 2 or 3 people in your life consistently that will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And a lot of people, where they have that problem is accountability. If Qween Ali's not dropping music, not writing as much, I've got to have a friend like, yo, why are you bullshitting, fucking with this dude or doing this? Or you're not doing enough. You're not hurting her feelings. You're just reality check. Like, no. And this is the thing too. This is the difference. You're a person who believes in themselves, but when somebody believes in you, that's respect, because they know you have the potential to take it this far. So the reason why they're hard on you is because they want to see you do it. You don't get to, not everyone gets anybody to believe in them. You know what I'm saying? And if you're that type of person where usually when you speak about your dreams, when they see you in action, they just have so much belief that it'll work because it's you. So for somebody to believe in you, like, you owe it to them.
Yeah, that hits different.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's crazy, because like every time there's those inspirational moments, somebody to talk to is like, you can really go crazy with this shit, but you sitting at home bullshitting. You don't record. You record every 2-3 weeks. You're not dropping no visuals. I ain't heard shit from you. Your Instagram look weak. Sometimes you need all. They be like, damn.
Like, shit, let me get
Let me
on my shit. Like, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying when I said I had to change my surroundings. I found that being in the studio, I changed my environment. Instead of being home, like, sitting there, because sometimes I could be sitting home, I'm writing, and then, like, my TV in front of me, and I'm just like, ooh, Netflix. That's why I took my TV out my room. Like,
get it out the room.
Get it out the room. Like, there's so many little distractions, and I feel like in my mind, I took the distractions out the room, but, like, I'm just like, I need to put myself where I want to be. You feel me? And that's in the studio, even if it's not in the studio. You feel me? And I met so many other creators that, like, I'm cool with now. They will tell me about myself.
Right.
They will tell me about myself.
Right.
And I love that for me. I love that for me, bro.
You need that.
I'm that type of friend.
Right.
You feel me? Like, I will tell you about yourself or whatever. I'll tell you. Like,
and it's love.
I don't think this song is it. Maybe you need to switch this up, whatever. Like, tell me that, because at the end of the day, like, if you sitting around me, you think it's not it, but you technically, to me, you being fake by not telling me. You feel me? Like, I love hearing other people's perspectives and, you know, constructive criticism. I feel like a lot of people don't take well.
I don't even think, no, because you said constructive criticism. I don't think, especially us being black, I'm gonna say it. We don't take any criticism well, because let me tell you, for the most part, and this is the problem, when people do give you criticism, first of all, it's generic, it's basic, it's not specific, and sometimes it comes from a place of malice, and you have a hard time discerning. You've done some weird shit I don't know where this is coming from. It sounds like you being hateful right now, but sometimes it really is not like that. So the difference is, it's like asking somebody, okay, you don't like this person, why? What have they done? Do they go against your ideals, your morality? What specifically about this person do you not like? Oh, they're just annoying. They're always, okay, did you get that opinion from somebody else? Have you been hearing other people talk shit about them and you believe it? Have you spoken to the person? So it's kind of like that thing where it's like, do you independently think for yourself? You see what I'm saying? And when you do that, you'll be more aware of what you're doing, what's going on around you. So I think that's beautiful. You got a network like that, because people really do need creatives around them. So they need on the same side, they need people to inspire them. They need people that are gonna bring them down to reality too. Not bring them down, but like, I'm doing more than you right now. You can push even further. This is not your limit. It's not your cap. You know what I mean? So what I would always ask everyone that comes in here is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? But I like to switch it up and say, what do you see yourself becoming in 5 years? It can be an even better mother than you are now. It can be a more supportive family member in the family. It could be providing more. It could be being more engaged with music, doing more shows and performances, meeting more people and making money with them, or having joint ventures together. So just, what do you see yourself doing in 5 years? And also after that, what is the state of the New England scene in 5 years? Those are my last two questions for you tonight.
Where I see myself in 5 years, traveling more.
Okay. Travel where? What countries?
I want to go to Greece.
Okay.
I really want to go to Paris.
Yeah, everybody.
I really, really want to go to Paris. What's the last one? Damn.
Maybe Dubai.
Everybody does Dubai.
Yeah.
And I don't like the fact that I can't bring meat.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So you can't tell me not to bring my shit. But yeah.
Maybe somewhere exotic.
Bahamas, like, something, you know what I'm saying, like, because I don't travel outside the country. I can travel within states though. So yeah, traveling. I see myself, like I say, every year is a new year being a mama. So being a way better mother than, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't say I am now because I'm great.
Yeah, don't downplay yourself.
Facts. But you know what I'm saying, just learning, learning better ways to parent my child. I see an album.
Okay.
I do. I see an album.
And don't say that and not give the fans what they want.
I'm gonna give the fans an album.
supporters, we
can't
like
do
to say.
EPs and singles forever. You feel me? Like, you're going to have to drop some heavyweight.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
drop a
saying?
project for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So that's going to be my heavyweight champion. I'll leave for a reason.
Mm.
But yeah, definitely. I hope I definitely gonna be album. That's what I'm working towards. Like I said, that's a big goal for me. So small steps to get there.
And the state of New England,
Mm,
the scene. What's it looking like? Art, creativity, entrepreneurship, infrastructure. Just where do you see us going? Do we finally?
we're going up. We're going up from the beginning, like from like what I seen
Like
4 years ago,
10 years.
It was not it. So to see where we are now, 4 years later, I feel like we're in a space where like everybody's really like supporting each other for real. You feel me? Like all these platforms that we're giving out some more. So in 5 years, if people really like continue, you know what I'm saying, moving the way they're moving and being consistent, and that goes for entrepreneurs and the artists, and you know what I'm saying. I could say I feel like New England's gonna be on a way. Like I feel like we're on a map, but I feel like we're not on the map. You feel me? Like there's New England, but then there's like us. You feel me in a way? Like
it's got to be together, like all
like,
as a one.
You feel me? Like
yeah.
I feel like a lot of people like make it out of Boston, but like I feel like we're still not represented in the best way we could be.
Yeah, worldwide, national. Yeah, that's
like,
a fact.
People hear Boston, and I'm still hearing the same shit about Boston. Like, I go to a different state, they still ask me about the Boston Tea Party. Like, I did not pay attention to history. I don't know nothing about the Boston Tea Party. Right now.
Yeah.
I just know the people that I fuck with in Boston. And you know what I'm saying? What I surround myself with. I can tell you about them.
Culture.
You feel me? I can tell you exactly. You feel me? I can tell you about them. But this New England stuff, you know. But like I said, I see where we're gonna be.
Most definitely. I think with the work ethic and the determination everybody's showing, everybody has grit, and like you said, we're collaborating. So it's to the point where everyone's exchanging value for the greater good, and the selfishness is getting taken away little by little, because now people are seeing that, you know, if everyone has a platform to come through, if everyone has a venue or interview to do, or people to collaborate with, or launch parties, events, now there's a place. You see what I'm saying? There's a place for culture to thrive. But I want to say thank you for coming through to the PUTINWORKTV studios, Qween Ali. I think you gave them free game. You gave them some motivation, some inspiration. And I feel like your story is going to really be told. So if there's anything you want to say to the people, any shout out, you know, shout out mom, grandma, shout out any music, project coming out, where can they find you?
Follow me on Instagram at It's a Queen with a W. Don't forget it. W stands for winner, because all my people are winners. All you guys are winners. Stay strong, stay motivated. Pray always. And shout out to the Sound Lab. Shout out to Tone, my engineer. Shout out to the new project I just dropped, Sweet Savage, on all platforms. Me vs. Me. Don't forget it. And yeah, just whenever you see me, say what's up. Pull up to the Testing Lab. I'm the host of the Testing Lab every 2 weeks. It's where artists and creatives can basically bring untested music on the platform. And you know what I'm saying? There's a panelists, of engineers, and producers can too. So come through every other Tuesday. Come by, you know.
Tap in, Qween Ali.